So hello everyone, welcome to a informational type YouTube video here this week from me here at TDW. Now, when this gets released, the S1000D IPS user forum will already be underway, so you may already know this this information. This is for those of you who A, have not seen the announcement, and B, are not attending the S1000D and IPS user forum in Belgium. Now, incidentally, I'm aiming to do daily updates on the presentations that I went to, what I thought of them, and so if you want to be notified when that happens, click the subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll get notified when I upload a video. So the idea is that I'll go there. I've already marked out the presentations that I want to see. I'll go see them. I'll share my thoughts with you. And yeah, whatever, we'll share the love. Anyway, yesterday, Friday, the AIA ASD IPS Council, the formal group that look after the S series, and as well as A4A ATA look after the S1000D specification, along with those groups. So I think I've got that right. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will correct me down below. But there was a really interesting announcement that came out. So we're going to look at that announcement. And so enter train mode. So the announcement came out. Now, what's really important here is that I am not making any claim to any of the content that's on this letter. I'm not making any claim to any of the logos. I'm not making any claim that I was involved. This is just purely informational. It's public information. It was sent out yesterday, and you guys are now hearing it here on the channel along with me. So there was two main things in this letter that I thought were interesting and that we should be aware of in the community. The first part was the block release. So the block release, if you don't know what the block release is, kind of the synchronization of releasing of the S series specifications, apart from the special child of S1000D. So the reality is that, you know, the specs are supposed to be synchronized and released as a block, and therefore what that means as a community, we can go and get all of the latest versions and issues of a specification at the same time, in a nutshell. However, despite being told several times this year that the block release was on track and then it was late, and now there was no real kind of formal communication on what the status of the block release was, it's been deferred or delayed. Not deferred. I think it's just delayed. And why is that delay happening? Is because really this is all volunteer led. So, you know, we have to be cognizant of that. And so, you know, many of us that are involved in any of these groups, we have day jobs and we have bills to pay. So we have to go and do training, consulting and those kind of things. And then we can come into the groups and help the groups if and when time permits. So anyway, the block release has been formally, we've been formally told that it's delayed, and they're hoping to have an update to us by the end of the year. So so that's interesting. And I'm questioning, me personally, some of the presentations that are going to be going on this week, which is those that are saying they're implementing the S series. And I'm interested to see what they say and how they got over this kind of lack of maturity and synchronicity issue. So, but the work continues, and they've said that they're planning on getting it to us, or an update to us, by the end of the year. The second thing that was announced was a new centralized S series website. So s-series.org is now a formal website for the S series. However, the special child S1000D will still continue to be managed separately. Okay, I've seen lots of churlish comments and criticisms on LinkedIn. There are reasons for that. And the main reason is the management of the specifications and those that are involved with the management of the specifications. So, you know, so you can go to the new website and it explains the management of those specifications. So You know, will that change in the future? I don't know. It's above my pay grade. It's nothing to do with me. So the reality is that the new S series website for me is a good thing, because one of the criticisms I laid at our industry body here in the UK was that the existing websites were always out of date. They had incorrect information on, and depending on certain browsers that you came in from, they wouldn't download certain files, etc. So it looks like now what we have is we have a centralized resource for downloading and getting news and insights into the S series specifications. I'm sure over time new information will come on there, you know, how to get support, how to get training, all that kind of stuff, I'm sure will come onto that website. So for me, it's a good thing. And I think that, you know, having one website that is always maintained, always up to date, has the latest piece of information, you can get access to things like this letter, makes a tremendous amount of sense. So talking about newsletters, there's also down there, they have a newsletter sign up box. I encourage you to go and sign up to their newsletter, because then what will happen is you'll get access to this letter and other letters and other announcements and those kind of things as and when the formal ASD, AIA, IPS Council release them. So that was just for those of you who are not attending the forum this week, haven't seen this announcement, make sure you get on their mailing list, start using the new website, which I think is a sensible thing. And yeah, I'll continue to bring you news like this. Anyway, what I plan to do, like I say, is maybe do some kind of daily update on what I watched, what I saw. Somebody said to me this week, should we play some buzzword bingo? And yeah, maybe we'll do some of that as well. So anyway, those of you who are there, come over and say hi. This shall probably be published by the time the event has kicked off. So enjoy the event. If not, join me and I'll give you updates.